What is wrong with you?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to our show, Triggered Wrestling. It's your boy, Brian. It's your other boy, Adrian. We are Triggered Wrestling. What's up, everybody? What an episode of Monday Night Raw did we see? We saw the New Day come out full heel. New Day sucks. New Day sucks. We got to see 3 women's matches, Adrian?
Yes, we
3?
did.
What? Tony Khan, send for the man, bro.
Yes.
Rob in the house. El Pollo Loco churros are so good. I'd go there for just them after ordering from somewhere else. That's the same, bro. Same thing as Taco Bell and their caramel apple empanadas. Yo, Mike in the house. Jordan, that fucking heat. Adrian, that was some real heat, bro.
For
the New Day.
Yes, it was. Started a little bit slow. During the promo, you saw Xavier Woods not really get the reaction he was looking for, but the veteranism in him, paused for a second. Okay, then regrouped, started talking again, and paused again, and then he saw the crowd was, was booing him, so he just kept playing with the crowd, man, and that was good on Xavier Woods. I give him that.
Exactly. He knows how to work some heat. Jordan says, bruh, I had to message y'all during the segment. So let me tell you this. Today's the day of my father's birthday. We were celebrating getting some Korean barbecue, and that shit was bomb. So I had to watch this on my little phone screen while I'm trying to cook food, bro, at this restaurant.
Yeah. You're like, let me see what's going on Raw real quick.
Exactly, bro.
Turn that glizzy around.
Oh, God. I said, where's the hot dog? Put it on the fucking thing, bro. Put it on the grill. But it was a good episode, man. I mean, it was very creative, like, let's hear. I don't care if you're John Cena's lackey for 12 years.
Yeah.
takes the camera, bro. And then, I mean, that was a pretty veteran move. And for people to make sure that they knew that he was the camera guy, he showed himself in the mirror. Which, according to Xavier Woods, usually he's on the other side of the camera. And what, Adrian? Why is that so funny, bro? Usually he has somebody recording him because, he's performing the actions. Adrian, he's a wrestler, and that's what they do. He performs, right?
Yeah, he does perform, man.
Apparently, according to some people, he has good form.
According to somebody. Wow, man. I mean, Xavier Woods, man.
Yeah. You like my page reference, huh?
Yeah, that shit was good. I did not expect that one. Yeah. It threw me off guard. Xavier Woods, he knows what to do when he's in front of the camera, man. He knows what to do.
Technically, he was just sitting there like this, bro. Come on. He was just like, Anyways, enough of that. Oh man, it was a good segment. I can't even say seriously anymore. Oh man, it was a good segment though. I'm excited that they're full on heels and the crowd seems to be piped in crowd noise or not. They're chanting New Day sucks, which is dope. Yeah, Adrian rocking the Dude Love look tonight.
Yeah, bro. But
it's not Dude Love.
It's actually AJ Francis, bro, the best heel in the business today, according to him. Not me. According to him, AJ Francis, formerly known as Top Dollar, he is currently the best heel in the game today. He's gonna have a match with our Dolph Ziggler, Nick Nemeth.
He's gonna challenge for the World Heavyweight title in TNA, bro. TNA, who would have thought?
Right, and that show sold out. What's it called? TNA Final Destination?
Yeah,
that's
bro.
The movie.
That is the movie. Whatever. Is it Final Destination? Is that the name of it? I think so.
Bro, you just threw me off right now.
My bad. I'm sorry. I know he's main eventing. It's sold out. TNA's pulling in
Resolution.
Them big sellout.
Final resolution.
Final resolution. Got it.
Yep.
I'm excited. Our boy AJ Francis. Get up, stand up, bro. Adrian, show the shirt, bro.
I am standing up.
Oh.
No, I'm sitting down, bro.
Francis. Dope. I have one of those too, bro.
You do. Yes,
I
you do.
Randy says, hello. Hello, Randy. Jordan says, you guys have a good show. I just want to say that segment topped the entire night. I was about to start Venom. I just wanted to come in and tell you all have a good show. And AEW 6, Adrian.
Okay. Ooh, if you want to get into it, Brian, we can.
Let's just get into it, bro. Because obviously Monday Night Raw, it always hits. WWE's been hitting lately. Not always. Let me rephrase. WWE has been hitting lately. I mean, one of these matches I wasn't really too excited to see, which is the Miz, Final Testament, the White Six. I think it's safe to say they're dead. But before we get into that, Adrian, speaking of dead things, bro, All In's press conference today.
Mm-hmm.
There's crickets there, bro. What do you got to say about that?
Bro, there was more crickets than actual people in there. I mean, who the hell decides to have a press conference on a Monday morning? What was it? 10 a.m. Texas time? Over here in the West Coast was what, 9:30 when it started? 9, I think?
I want to say I started seeing news about it around like 9 a.m. our time, which would make it like 12 p.m. Texas time. But on a Monday?
On a Monday? I mean, even if you're going to the arena or to the stadium on your lunch break, you only got 20 minutes at least. 10 minutes to get there, 10 minutes to go back. Bro, I don't know. That was a bad press conference. I mean, you could have done it at 4 p.m., 3 p.m. at the earliest. What the hell was Tony Khan thinking, man? Are we running on Tony Khan time now?
I'll tell you what they're thinking, Adrian. They're thinking that everybody has time to just tune into AEW whenever they want. And the part that triggers me here, Adrian, is that they had more talent was there than people were willing to go see. And there's only one place I know that has more talent than people going to see. And it didn't turn out too well for them. All right. Let me tell you that. And that place is the same thing that's going to be happening here at All In. All right, Adrian. Press conference, they had a lot of talent, but it didn't seem like there's a large crowd. Then they announced the return of StarCast with what's his name? I forget his name.
Conrad Thompson.
I get that these tickets have been on sale for about a week already. The pre-sale ones. They've sold not that many. They've not sold that many tickets. This event is in July. I don't think they're gonna sell out.
Yeah.
And like, for example, the reason I say that is like when you think about WrestleMania, like they have like Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, and before then it was all the same main event, and then before then who was it? Roman Reigns and who was the main event?
Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes. That
was for 2 years, and then what about the one before that? It was Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre. Yeah. And those were like important matches that people wanted to see. Who do you want to see to headline All In?
The question the question I thought you were going to ask, before I give you my answer, I mean, I need to see people on TV frequently if you want to put them on that show. For example, we have AEW Grand Slam coming up in February in Australia. Who's going to be on the show? I mean, I'm seeing talent come and go. I'm seeing talent just on Collision, on Rampage, not really on Dynamite. So, I mean, Buddy Murphy, he's Australian. He's on the roster. Where's he at? He should be on TV every day, just like leading up to All In Texas. I want to see these characters on TV. I know Thunder Rosa was there in attendance at the AEW press conference. If you can get Thunder Rosa, build her up from today until July, she could co-main event All In probably.
You got to build her up quite significantly because I mean, the hottest story that they had for the women going on is Mariah May and Mina Shirakawa, and they don't even get a pay-per-view match, dude. They're getting put on Dynamite. They have their pay-per-views on the 28th, so it's not like it's that far off. It's 19 days in the future. They could have held this out, but no, they gotta they got to put it on TV for whatever reason, and this is the only women's match that people really care about right now.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, we need to see these characters on TV before we start, start fantasy booking. Because I mean, by July, I don't even think the people are going to be in the roster by that time.
But as the roster is right now, Adrian, who would you put at the top of the card? Like, who's like your main event?
Probably right now, the match that I would say people want to see it build with a good build up is probably going to be a Swerve Strickland, Bobby Lashley 2, probably.
As like your main event for the title?
Main event, no. For the title?
Oh, we're talking about main event, so I'm assuming that's going to be with the
probably Moxley for sure. Moxley for sure. Challenger, maybe Danielson, maybe. I mean, Osprey. You got Osprey and Omega's returning. Omega returns. You can get an Osprey match, triple threat.
The only match I realistically see main eventing All In is that the one that you just mentioned, Moxley versus Bryan Danielson. And the only reason I can say that's because no one else carries that name value. Someone has to be the savior for AEW. And do you realistically think it's going to be Kenny Omega? I don't think so. I think it's going to be Bryan Danielson, the guy who got choked out, who lost the title in the first place. You know what I mean? He's going to come back and defend AEW's honor. That's what I think. That's logically the only way that this goes. But do you think that this Death Rider storyline is going to last until July?
Don't know, man. I don't know. Like I said, I mean, we could see it. We could talk about it right now in December. But July is a long way to go. And with the way Tony Khan is booking things, anything can change. Who knows, man? Who knows?
Yeah, we don't know. But let's respond to some of these comments here. Let's see. Where am I at? Again, here we go. Caitlin says, that's the problem. TK doesn't think he's just a big fan, not an owner. Rob says, Adrian, you got some wood in the background, bro? Your tree?
Yeah.
Michael says, Tony S gets way too excited when the countdown ended. He was like, yes, while crickets chirped. Tony Schiavone, my boy, bro. Caitlin Adams again. 15,000 tickets were available for pre-sale, and last I heard, only 3,000 got sold. They're cheap. They're really cheap. I did see some seats for like $31, and they're not floor seats, but they're. Oh. But still, I mean, 31. Imagine if you bought a ticket for WrestleMania for $31, bro.
Hell, I saw a ticket from WrestleMania 2000 being sold for like $100 floor seats. 2,000, $100. Damn.
Yeah, I mean, $31, and you can't sell those out.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be like mid-tier something. The 31. I mean, either that or you gotta wait for the buy one get one 4 deals. I would.
Oh, I mean, that's true. That's those deals do exist, and we know those. Straight Up Wrestling Show. Tony has no idea how to build Thunder Rosa. He dropped the ball on her, but it can be done. The talent is there to build her up.
Yeah.
She's got to show up on Wednesdays.
Yeah. She's got to show up on Wednesdays.
So Jordan says, what do they even announce, guys? They didn't announce shit. All they announced was the return of StarCast, and it was like to hype up the event. And this is the thing, is like, if you're doing these, usually you do them before the pre-sale to hype it up, not a week after the tickets have been on sale.
Yeah. I'm with you on that one. It should have been done way before the pre-sale even went available. You could have hyped up the show too with some more video packages. I don't know, man. A lot could have been done to promote the show a lot better. The Costco guys have been doing a better job in promoting the show than actual AEW talent. And they've only been with AEW for like what? A month?
They're not even signed to AEW at this point. They're fucking just freelancing their way, bro.
Yeah. Freelancing their way to WWE.
Yeah, exactly what they're doing. But I don't know. That's pretty much what they announced. They announced StarCast. That's what they announced.
Yep.
Will that bring more people there? I mean, to meet AEW talent? Yeah, I think I'll bring some people in to the StarCast. Yeah, I'll bring people in. People are dying to get signed autographs by some AEW talent.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm sure that'll drive up some sales.
Yeah.
Yeah. Noel Hernandez, Tony's rehab. Jordan says, ha 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 ha. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty lame. It was pretty lame indeed. So there's that. One other thing that I wanted to say is because we're talking about meet and greets.
Mm-hmm.
Adrian, I know you know a place that does meet and greets very near to us here in Sacramento, California. Adrian, the one and only Barrio Toys is going to bring in who? Adrian, who are they bringing in?
The one, the only Jordan Grace, bro.
Jordan Grace.
Yep. Former TNA Knockouts champion, man. This is big for Barrio Toys. I mean, it's right before
Royal Rumble. January. Let me tell them the date. Saturday, January 18th, 2025. Barrio Toys, 100 Atkinson Street, Roseville, California. Jordan Grace will be there, and she isn't coming alone, is what they wanted us to tell you guys. So someone else will be announced. Who that is, I don't know, but hit up Barrio Toys on Instagram, Facebook. Adrian, I know you're a big fan of Jordan Grace.
Oh, yes, I am, man. Yes, I am. I wouldn't say I've been following throughout her. I wouldn't say I'm a Mark fan, but I've been following throughout her career. I've been following her bodybuilding competitions as well. She's actually somebody who's taking the business seriously, not just the wrestling. Her bodybuilding, the way she carries herself, the way she builds her character. Yeah, she's got it all, man. I mean, WWE hit the lottery with Jordan Grace. It's gonna suck for TNA because it's gonna leave a huge hole in the women's roster. But I mean, that's what happens when you sign with the E. I mean,
she ain't signed to the E yet, though, Adrian.
Yeah,
but she's not signed, bro.
she has the Penta contract with her. She signed before she's out of her contract.
Essentially, that's what they let her out of her contract early, specifically for this. Right, is what they said.
Yeah, they got a contract because it was supposed to be over July of 2025, and WWE did their magic, worked time out, and it's going to be over in January. I think January 31st, if I'm not mistaken, which is perfect because the Rumble's in February.
Yeah, I just remember that, like, when we saw her debut in the Royal Rumble, she came out and it was just like the crowd erupted. It was a big spot for her to be in. She looked like she fit in very, very well in WWE. So props to her. Michael says, okay.
Do you think she's going to join the main roster or go straight to NXT?
Probably NXT. That's nothing against NXT. Honestly, NXT is a really solid place to be right now. Like, Julia's there, Stephanie Paquette is there, fucking Zaria's there. I mean, they got a stacked roster. Right? Let's see. Ask her when she's signing with WWE, bro. She is. It was known ever since they amended her contract that she'd probably be signing with the WWE.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then is it her boyfriend or husband, Jonathan Gresham? I wouldn't be surprised if he signs as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either. Just FYI, that PWI bullshit that he tried to pull in AEW, it's not gonna work in WWE. Jonathan Gresham's an amazing wrestler too, man.
Yes. Caitlin Adams says, "How about the massive fumble going on with Phoenix and AEW? Phoenix pulling back the curtain little by little." We're gonna talk about that a little bit later in our show, so stay tuned for that. All right. So let's go back into WWE Monday Night Raw. Feel like we had enough AEW for now. Let's see, Gunther and Finn, Adrian.
Yeah.
8 years ago, Gunther says, "I was a fan of you. You know, you were the best man for a night. You're the best wrestler around for a night." And then Finn is pretty much telling Gunther that, you got to stop giving undeserving people title shots. But Finn attacks Gunther. He ends up standing tall with both belts, right? The tag belt and the World Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah.
And honestly, he looked pretty good with the world title. What do you think, Adrian?
Nah, man. I mean, I'm with Gunther on this one. I mean, Finn Balor he's cutting shortcuts, man, and he's aligning with people like Damian Priest. He's playing second fiddle to Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. Pretty much Finn Balor has been a little whiny little crybaby backstage. Gimme. I deserve. Not really deserving anything. So I'm with Gunther on that one. I personally wouldn't want Finn Balor to win the World Heavyweight Championship. I mean, I still think you still got to build them up. I mean, jobbing or losing 80% of your matches and then just winning by cheating on your championship matches, I don't think that's world championship material. I think it's going to downgrade it. But I mean, I don't know. I could see that. I could see Finn Balor being world champion. I could be wrong. It could work out. But hey, the crowd tonight did not tell me it was going to work out.
Well, let me tell you this, Adrian. Will it work out? Probably not. I mean, I don't think he's going to win the world title realistically because Gunther's just that amazing right now. But every world champion needs some feat. Like, no, they're not going to be all like massive feuds like Gunther versus Seth or something like that. You know, like you got to get these intermediate feuds or title defenses under your belt as well, right? So I think this is a good setup for them to get the title match on Saturday night's main event. I mean, Finn, he is a former world champion. There is somewhat of a story there. I think it's cool to see him get a title shot. Like, for example, like when I enjoyed Chad Gable getting that match with Cody Rhodes. This is what I could see here as well. Yeah. All right. So let me see. Dave says, I've seen people saying Finn deserves a redo. Nope. Back then, different wrestling world. Not believable now.
Yep. When Finn Balor was attacking Damian Priest and Gunther, I mean, you saw the height difference and the size difference in all three men. And Finn Balor standing tall on top of Gunther and Damian Priest. Like I said, the crowd was not feeling it. I mean, you know, usually when a promo or segment like this, people like to feed off the crowd. I didn't see it.
True. It's also, I think it's too early for Gunther to lose the title anyways, but I still think Finn being involved in the top tier level is good for the business because he's a good wrestler, dude. He's a good wrestler. He has different style than a lot of the people that are currently up there. I mean, definitely different than Drew and Damian Priest and Gunther. I mean, different style than CM Punk and Seth. So it's cool that he's up there. I mean, same with Dominic. It was cool to see him get his shine as for the world title as well. Or I guess he didn't get his shine, right? He was supposed to get it, but he did get a match with Gunther.
Yeah.
But you know, it's one of those just everybody's got to defend the title at some point, you know.
Yeah.
And it's not completely 100% random. Like there's a storyline that makes sense. Let's see. Straight up says Finn is a top tier talent. He can go with anyone in the world, but he's not in Gunther's level at this time. Yep, exactly. He's not. He definitely is not there. But you know, we'll see. We'll see where this goes. Maybe it'll probably be a fucking good ass match, though. I'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, it's actually going to be a triple threat
with Damian Priest.
Damian Priest, yes. I mean, hey, like I said, I can still see Finn Balor winning. I mean, the champion doesn't have to get pinned. So anything can happen in triple threats, man. That's why I like this stipulations. I mean, anything can happen in triple threats. It's going to be a banger match, man. Don't care who wins. I already know it's going to be a banger match.
Exactly. So speaking of banger matches, Adrian, the Final Testament, the Miz and the Wyatt Six. I know, Adrian. I said let's give it the benefit of the doubt for the Wyatt Six, Adrian. You think it's time to call the time on that one?
Yes and yes, man. Yes and yes. Again, the crowd was not really there in this match. You know, I was expecting the Wyatt Six to feed off the crowd, but the crowd never really got behind anybody. I don't know if it was the town or what, or it was the Wyatt Six have been away from Monday Night Raw for I think almost a month. I think maybe more.
Yeah. Well, they've had little segments. I mean, like, but it's not. They've been away, bro. They've been away. Nikki Cross attacking Scarlett, right? That was like the last real time we saw them. We saw them last week as well, but it's not the same, bro. It's not the same.
Who's booking the Wyatt? Is Tony Khan booking the Wyatt Six, or what's going on, man? Because it started off amazing. You yourself said it on this pod that if that was the one and only thing the Wyatt Six did in their debut,
those are my exact words, Adrian. I said if their debut was the best thing that they ever did, I would be okay with it because of the way they honored Bray Wyatt. And it was the best thing that they ever did because everything after this has been pretty ass.
Yeah.
No offense to Karrion Kross and the rest of the Final Testament,
No,
but
all offense to Karrion Kross. No, not really.
my boy Karrion Kross, he's underrated, Adrian. He's got a good look. He's got a good gimmick. He's a good wrestler. But the pairings that they pair him to feud with, just the man's got the worst luck. He got paired with Bobby Lashley on his way out. You know, he gets paired with the Wyatt Six. He gets paired with the Miz. I mean, and this is not the Miz of like old when he was credible. Like this is the joke Miz. He debuts in NXT with a fucking a dominatrix gimmick, bro, wearing a mask. We're like, where the fuck the helmet come from? This guy.
He lost to Jeff Hardy in his main roster debut after being undefeated in NXT. Karrion Kross never recovered from that one, man. And
no, he fucking didn't, bro.
He did not. I mean, we all saw him through the Indies in AAA. He was good. NXT, he was good. Main roster, I don't know what it is, but it's just the same hype, the same pops don't transition the same in the main roster. And we all see it. I mean, I think Tony Khan has something to do with the Final Testament or something, but yeah, I mean, Karrion Kross, they have paired him up with former champion after former champion after former champion. And he's beating
so wins over them. He's got wins.
But that people are just like, so what? So what?
The fucking funny thing about it is like he beat Xavier Woods, or not Xavier Woods. He beat Kofi Kingston for what? Not to be involved in their storyline at all. Like, ended up being Big E, the one that broke the camel's back.
Right.
Like they're not even showing Karrion Kross being like, "See, Xavier Woods, I told you that you guys need to go join the dark side."
Yeah, it was. Remember all those seeds I was planting in your head?
Mm-hmm.
Hell, Big E could have said that last week. I think it's because you're talking to Karrion Kross. Don't you? You think I haven't been watching? Something.
Exactly. Yeah. Something, but no, nothing, bro. So I think it's officially time to call it time of death on the Wyatt Six, because I don't think they credibly come back after this, unless they're just going to be like a gimmick and show up on SmackDown, attack some people, or show up in NXT and attack some people. But I don't think they're going to be anything.
I mean, I'm not. I wasn't expecting Wyatt Six to come out with a Hall of Fame career, winning multiple championships. I wasn't expecting that from them. I was expecting cinematic matches with cinematic segments, which some of those have been good. Let's not undermine those. Some of those have been good. But then after those are gone and they got to wrestle
with the lights on, with no spookiness.
And Uncle Howdy still has his mask and somehow powder gets in his eyes.
Bro, he had his eyes open. he didn't do it properly, bro. He got in his eyes.
He did. My Pizarro says Club America champ for a 3P. Let's go.
Let's go, bro. Club America. Let's see. Dave Zardes says the gladiator helmet killed him. Bro, Vince McMahon murdered that guy's career.
He did. And it was, I wouldn't mind if he had lost against a credible opponent. He lost against Jeff Hardy, and that was at the time Jeff Hardy was on his way out of WWE.
Yeah.
And the way Jeff Hardy beat him too was corny. It's like I think Jeff Hardy used the ropes in order to pin him.
Yeah,
he did. He used the ropes. I'm like, really?
And he was a baby face.
He was a baby.
He
face.
was a baby face. So make it make sense.
What are you doing?
What are you doing? Fucking Vince. Vince like, they don't give a shit. It's Jeff Hardy, bro. Straight up says Vince messed him up from the jump. A is right. First it was Jeff Hardy, and then Keith Lee. Exactly, Keith Lee. I forgot about Keith Lee, and that wasn't even Limitless Keith Lee, bro. That was Bearcat Keith Lee.
No, that was Bearcat or Bear Claw.
It was Bearcat, bro. Sorry, booking. They should be ashamed of themselves for doing that way. Yeah, bro. He actually looks like a badass with long hair too.
Yeah, Cross. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's how stories are written. If the team was supposed to win one off the bat, there'd be no reason for the comeback / revenge. Yeah, I mean the story's there. Story's ass though.
Story's there. I'm not gonna say it's not. The story is there. I would have liked it if it was at Saturday Night Main Event. I mean, we complain about Mina Shirakawa and Mariah May not being on the pay-per-view. This match, or at least for me to care, should have been in Saturday Night Main Event. I mean, you have
No, Adrian, because then you got to explain to casuals, because a lot of people that are going to tune into Saturday night's main event are going to be like, why is this? What is this goofy people over here, bro? What, like, are they supposed to be supernatural characters? No, this does not work with the casual crowd. This works for like us, the sickos that watch day in, day out, bro. But if I'm sitting there watching it with my grandma, bro, she's gonna be like, and these crazy people, why do they wear masks?
Oh shit, no, bro! And she's Mexican, and she's gonna say those are satanic. Why is he wearing a mask? Why are there tattoos?
Yeah, why is he wearing a pig mask with chocolate?
why is La Llorona there too?
Exactly, bro. No, I'm glad they kept this shit off of NBC TV, bro. Oh man, let's see. CM Punk cuts a promo. They're pretty much asking him, what Paul Heyman's favor is. He says it's personal, but then he starts cutting into Seth Rollins. He's like, Seth Rollins used to look up to me. When you were 16 years old, you asked to train for free. And then he also says that he almost got fired before the Shield, and I shielded you from being fired.
Mm-hmm. Damn, man. I mean, somebody like CM Punk, I mean, you're CM Punk. You already made your name in the wrestling business, and you have some kid go up to you, ask you for advice, and ask you to train him for free. I mean, I wasn't there, and I'm not CM Punk, but if someone asked me for free advice and basically give you all my expertise, pass it down to you for free, I'd be upset. I could see CM Punk being upset. Yeah, I mean, there's a heat there for CM Punk. He helped Seth Rollins from getting fired. He was what? He mentioned that Seth Rollins was in everybody's top 10 list of people who want to be fired. Yeah, man, I think this one I might be with CM Punk.
I'm gonna call bullshit on that. You know damn well Seth Rollins was on nobody's list to get fired. He was NXT champion.
Oh shit! So they're rewriting history, Brian, for the purpose
rewriting
of
history to fix this, bro. You got to think about it. Seth Rollins was the first ever NXT World Champion. He beat Jinder Mahal before he was Jinder Mahal. Okay, you don't hinder Jinder. He he was, bro. That man drew money, drew Jinder Mahal. But
he did.
Yeah. So they even had the iconic picture of Seth Rollins and CM Punk staring at each other with one NXT title and one with the WWE title. Let's not pretend that didn't happen. So that's bullshit that CM Punk was saying that Seth Rollins was going to get fired.
You dropping knowledge over here, exposing the writing, exposing the WWE creative and storylines. That's what I'm talking about, man.
I am. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised that CM Punk did ask for Seth Rollins to be part of the Shield, because it was supposed to be Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and what's his name? Cassius Ohno? What's his name? Ooh. I just remember him as Cassius Ohno. Chris Hero.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that dude. He got really chunky, bro. But yeah, I mean I think that's who it was supposed to be, or it could be one of the wrestlers was swapped out for him. But I'm glad they went with Seth Rollins. Obviously, dude's had a great career, and he ends up saying it later. Actually, let's just jump into it there, because then Seth Rollins responds. Where am I at? Hold on a second. Seth Rollins responds saying, "You know what? You're right. I did look up to you, and then I realized that you burned every bridge, yada yada yada. I'm better than CM Punk in every way, and I did the one thing that you were never able to do, which is main event WrestleMania."
That's facts.
That's facts. Ooh, that's the whole reason he bitched and moaned, right?
I do like how Rollins brought that up, because that's the one thing that's the one thing CM Punk has been mad about, not main eventing WrestleMania. He's had multiple opportunities. He thought he was going to get an opportunity when Vince was around. They fucked him. And this favor that he has against Paul Heyman. I like how this one's gonna come into play later on. I don't know how it's gonna happen, but hey, I think Seth Rollins CM Punk, it has to be a WrestleMania match. Could it main event it? Either night one or night two, or most likely night one. I don't know if they're gonna main event it unless The Rock gets involved somehow. But if he doesn't, I don't mind seeing CM Punk and Seth Rollins main event WrestleMania night one.
That's 100% sure that because I'm surprised. Well, actually, I'm not surprised. That was supposed to be the main event for last year, but CM Punk got hurt.
Yep. See, and how's a favor gonna play? I mean, hey, Paul, hey man, give me a WrestleMania main event match.
Give me my WrestleMania main event, motherfucker. So go over there, talk to Papa H, bro. Give me what I've always deserved. And for fuck's sake, go get them ice cream sandwiches again.
Yeah. Damn.
If that was the favor, I'd be so excited, bro.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yo, we'll walk out with ice cream bars, bro.
So what?
I said we're gonna walk out with ice cream bars. WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah, dude. That'd be fucking amazing. I would love that. So this after Seth Rollins promo, Sami Zayn comes out, pretty much saying, "Are we cool, bruh? Are we cool?" There's a little bit more than that, but eventually they both apologize. We've been friends for so long. I shouldn't have ever accused you. Essentially, Drew McIntyre attacks Sami Zayn, and that match gets announced for Saturday night's main event: Drew McIntyre versus Sami Zayn.
Yeah. But more on this Punk thing, man. So the reason why Seth Rollins also upset at CM Punk was because he left him hanging 11 years ago when Punk got fired. Seth Rollins texted him, called him, and he got in return nothing from CM Punk. And if this is the build-up to the feud, I didn't get a call back. This is going to be, I understand there's a feud there. This line did not need to be in there.
Why not, Adrian? I know it was somebody that on the way up, right? They're on their way up, and then they didn't get a call back. They didn't get a text back, bro. I would be upset. I'd be fucking triggered as hell, bro.
You too?
Yeah, bro. I would be. I'd be like, this motherfucker, bro. He said he was gonna help me out.
Okay, you.
And right, now that I'm big, he wants all the shit. Nah,
okay,
bro.
You're right.
Now he wants to come back to WWE.
You're right. I got exposed, bro. You're right. All right, now that's a valid reason why Seth Rollins should be fucking up CM Punk. That's a valid. Exactly. I second that one.
Yeah, he said, "Come, yeah, you're too big to answer calls. You get your ass kicked in the UFC. Then you go to AEW. You get triggered by some real glass, and then you want to come back and act like you own the place, bro? No, that's not cool with me, bro.
No."
So I get it. I understand why he's triggered, bro.
Yeah, okay, yeah, me too. I didn't see it that way. I'm glad you opened my eyes.
Yeah. So Drew McIntyre. So then he obviously attacked Sami Zayn, but going back in time here of this show, he's pretty much, realizing that, is it possible that people change? Do people really change? Then he says that he saw Sami Zayn and Jey Uso sell out for nothing to help out Roman Reigns, which is true. We really had like a 2 years storyline of these two. And they just, in a span of 2 months, they go back and help Roman Reigns. So I get it. Yeah. I get that shit too.
Yeah. Yeah. It was, it's for it. Jey Uso is family. Whether we like why he joined Roman Reigns again or not, they gave us an explanation. It's family. WWE really does not have an explanation for that other than their family, so that's okay. Sami Zayn, he's kind of the odd man out. Roman Reigns put his life through hell. Same with Paul Heyman. Same with Jimmy Uso. Jey Uso was the only one by his side, so I can see why Drew McIntyre's upset at Sami Zayn. I can see why.
And I like all these stories are intertwined, man. That's why they're like Drew McIntyre and Sami Zayn, but then Drew McIntyre's probably not finished with Seth Rollins either, bro.
Nah, he's far from done with CM Punk as well, too.
Mm-hmm. Everybody's got beef with everybody, and it's all resulting from this bloodline storyline. Because even Drew McIntyre, he's tried to stop Roman Reigns, was unable to, and then now he's seeing all these people change. They're all changing right in front of our eyes. So It is what it is. Let's see. Moving on, Adrian. Dakota Kai versus Liv Morgan, which is match 1 out of 3 women's matches on this show. Liv Morgan wins. Damage control comes out to even the odds to defend Dakota Kai over being attacked. It's just a match.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting this match on the card. Actually, I didn't even see the card today for Monday Night Raw, so this was a surprise to me.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, we saw. Dakota Kai won her match last week for the Intercontinental Tournament. Yes, Intercontinental Tournament. So hey, Dakota Kai, man.
We talked about it last week that we like that. At least I personally like that WWE. There's like a pecking order. Like if you're in the world champion, you shouldn't be struggling to beat these other people.
Yeah,
and that's just the way it goes.
Yeah.
So that's what we get here. Straight up says, good show, guys. Glad I subscribed. I was about to log off after our show was over. Then I seen you was on and decided to check you out. Enjoying this combo. Straight up. Hey, appreciate it. It. We appreciate you for checking us out. Let's see. Moving on. The second women's match, Ivy Nile versus Lyra Valkyrie and Zelina Vega. Can I just say that ever since they started showing the vignettes for Lyra Valkyrie, I knew she was going to win.
Yeah. Yep. See, I don't understand why people hate Lyra Valkyrie, man. I do like her, whether she has character or not. I like her wrestling, man. She's a good wrestler. And I don't know if you remember the match she had with Sonya Deville, but pretty much Lyra Valkyrie carried the whole match, and Sonya Deville's it's technically a veteran at this point.
Yeah, she ain't no rookie. She's a veteran for sure.
Yeah. So Lyra, a lot of people are sleeping on Lyra, bro. You heard it here first, bro. She's gonna be the first ever WWE Intercontinental Women's Champion.
I don't think so, Adrian. But at the same time, you know me, I'm a sports entertainer. To me, you got to have that extra. You can lack a little bit on wrestling skills, but you got to give me that it factor. And to me, she just doesn't have it. Dakota Kai, she has it. She's a little bit less stellar as a wrestler. But hey, she's got the character down, bro. What did you say? What?
She has a character? I've never noticed, but if you noticed... Hey.
Well, see, and that's the other thing is that she was a lot different when she was in NXT. Right now in WWE, she's kind of in between, but she has the potential to show a character because she was a big player in NXT.
Okay.
So the potential is there. Rob says, I think I'm like Adrian with Liv Morgan, how he is with Charlotte Flair minus the man ass.
Yo, whoa, the disrespect.
The disrespect there, eh? Oh, I forgot to completely answer. I was going to pull this one up. Rob says Seth Rollins has a problem with all the part-timers. He thinks it's his generation's time. As he should. Fuck the part-timers, bro.
And he's a workhorse. He was the workhorse in 2023.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And then we get to what, Adrian? A third women's match? A third women's match? An anything goes match? Raquel Rodriguez and Mommy Rhea Ripley. Adrian, what did you think about this match?
It did the job. Obviously, I knew for the beginning Raquel Rodriguez was going to get zero pop. Being a no holds barred or anything goes match, you had to know the numbers game were going to come into play. So that was a good on Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez to have a little feud going on. Could have been better, probably. I wasn't expecting much. A little bit more kendo stick shots, but that's just me. Solid match. I'm still not sold on Raquel Rodriguez. But hey, it's further in the story. And
that shit was on site, though, Adrian. You got to admit, it was on site.
Yeah, it was. It
did it for me. We got CEO Sky come out and help. They're not done. We're probably going to get like a tag team title match between them pretty soon. Hey, I was excited. It was a good main event. It was a lot better than I expected. I'll be honest. When they announced that match, I was like, It was good. I mean, it wasn't the best main event, but it was good. It was decent.
Yeah, it was. And I was not wrong. Some fans are going to leave the arena disappointed because Mommy didn't win.
That's true. This is very true. So this brings us to the possibly last segment of our show, Adrian. Let's talk about the Lucha Brothers, Adrian, because a lot happened. First, Pentagon Jr., Penta, El Cero Miedo, whatever the fuck you want to call him. He shows up, AAA, pretty much saying goodbye to AAA. He said, I'm here, but I'm not here. I'm going to take off for a couple months. And then this isn't a goodbye. It's a I'll see you later, essentially what he says. And then today, technically last night, Ray Phoenix says, no one stays in a place where they received inhuman treatment. All right. And then he's also pretty much saying, I'll have all these tweets right here because I was doing something. Essentially, somebody by the name of Dr. Chris Featherstone says, I received information from an AEW source on November 20th regarding the Lucha Brothers status, but did not report it as I was waiting for one of them to begin speaking their mind about the situation. And then because of what Ray Phoenix said, he brings up that the alleged excuse is that Tony Khan found out about Lucha Brothers being in talks with WWE is fake news and the real reason will be revealed. So that's part one of his tweet, Adrian. So what do you think about Ray Phoenix and apparently Tony Khan not being upset about the Lucha Brothers being in talks with WWE? Is that bullshit?
I don't know, man. I don't know. There have been some, the sickos, the IWC, they like to dig up old dirt. There was a recent interview with Penta Phoenix that he did a YouTube interview with the popular Mexican. He has a Lalo Elizarrasas.
Yep.
Where he starts discussing about AEW and WWE, and if he's going to go to WWE while he's in an AEW contract. Phoenix really doesn't go into too much details, but obviously he says, if WWE comes calling, I'm obviously going to answer the call. If WWE tells me and my brother, hey, we want to sign you guys for a big money deal, contract, whatever, obviously Penta is going to take it. And he essentially said, if this was a soccer team and I were to play for Barcelona and go to Real Madrid, I would absolutely do it. His words, not mine. So that's essentially saying he's going to WWE while he's on AEW contract.
Mm-hmm.
And this was a YouTuber in Mexico. So I don't know how that, and this interview was done 5 months ago. So Penta was still under contract. He had the AEW world title in the interview. I don't know how that looks. If I'm Tony Khan, I don't know how I'm going to take that, but I wouldn't take it lightly. I mean, I just think Penta should just stayed quiet. That the contract ran out. Phoenix contract wouldn't have been at a time. Everything would have been Gucci, bro. But somebody had to open their mouth. So I don't know what's going on. This is just the information I'm getting sent to me from fans on Twitter.
Exactly. Whoever this Dr. Chris Featherstone is, and I say that's bullshit. You know damn well Tony Khan is upset about that because I would be, especially have these guys under contract with AEW title belts.
Yeah,
because it's well known because before their contract was well done and over with, they're still signed, and there was so many rumors going around about it, and those rumors only start because somebody opens their mouth usually.
Yeah,
and there's tons and tons and tons of rumors going on around that. So I'll say that.
There's one rumor that I've heard on Twitter over the past couple of days that I guess Penta and Phoenix have a 10-year contract with AAA regarding their names or something like that. So maybe that can come into, I don't know, man. People are just throwing shit out. You don't even know what to believe. A lot of people are just using this as more fuel to hate on AEW without getting the facts.
Yeah, that's I think
the facts are coming out later.
Yeah, because I know he can't use the name Pentagon. He can't use the name Pentagon Jr. Because that's why he's going by Penta El Cero M, because he can't use Cero Miedo either. Because that's owned by AAA too.
And AAA has a new Pentagon Jr. coming up too.
Exactly. They have a new Pentagon Jr. coming out. And thinking, and Rose Ray Phoenix, his name was Phoenix, and that's why he's Ray Phoenix now, because he can't use the name Phoenix. Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So that's what that is.
Listen, if you were Triple H or Penta, whichever one, if you were out of your contract with AEW, would you want to sign with WWE?
if I was in their position, fuck no, I would sign with WWE, bro. Fuck AEW. What the hell?
No, I'm talking about Penta. Well, if he's not signing with WWE, I mean, he should be working for them, right? Or at least work with the AAA.
No, check out our video that is on YouTube right after this. But I'll tell you guys right now. The reason he's not resigning right now is because he's fresh off of a contract, Adrian. I think he realized how fucked being in a contract is, that he's probably gonna be doing outside shit to, like, you know what? I gotta wait for my brother, and before I sign anything, I want to make sure that I got everything in order before I sign another deal to get locked in for 3 years and can't do shit after that. So I'm sure he's taking his time, checking out all his venues, making sure, I got to sign some merch deals here, merch deals over there. Work on when can I start saying stuff about AEW when my brother isn't there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and that motherfucker's right now. He's getting ready to write a book with the Ghost Rider, bro.
And in that same interview that I just mentioned earlier, I lost it.
You lost your train of thought?
Yes.
It's all right. It's all good, bro. It happens. Hopefully you remember. But let's go to the part 2 of this tweet. Yes. He says, there is a real story behind the situation with Rey Fenix, which is a huge injustice. And then let's go part 3. Expect the Lucha Bros to go more in depth about their time in AEW when they're free and clear to do so. And when they do, it's going to be ugly. So to that, Rey Fenix says that this is so far the most accurate comment. And then he later tweeted, I needed a doctor and you ignored me for months. And this isn't the first time we've heard of AEW having issues with injured wrestlers. CM Punk said it. Tony Khan, he mentioned, well, usually we pay for stuff like that. And this is the issue, is that if they're, health benefits, I'm assuming that this is why WWE has their own wrestlers pay for their own health insurance,
Yes, this is actually the same thing with AEW. It's well documented that AEW reimburses people. They don't actually have a trainer or a doctor in their facility. I'm pretty sure they get looked at by Dr. Sampson in AEW, or probably some Jacksonville Jaguar doctors. I don't know, but they don't have a doctor. So it's AEW talents. They can seek out their own doctors however they want, and they just gotta send the bill to AEW and they get reimbursed. CM Punk, yes, you're right. CM Punk had that same issue after the brawl out. I don't know, maybe something that happened at the brawl out is what? Miscommunication started with CM Punk and AEW. I wasn't backstage. I don't know what happened at the brawl out, so maybe something got slipped or something. I don't know, man.
It was a tricep, but I think he was injured before brawl out, and then his tricep got fucked up. But the thing about what CM Punk said is that WWE is really good, is like, when you're injured, they'll be like, okay, we'll have our doctor take a look at it, and then if you want second opinions, you can, but we'll get you an appointment tomorrow, MRIs, and we'll get you done that way. Even though they pay for their own insurance, WWE still organizes a lot of that stuff for them. So what CM Punk said is when he had this injury, they're like, okay, well, go get it checked out. And he's just like, okay.
Well, that's what I'm saying. AEW doesn't have an actual doctor who looks over their wrestlers.
True.
WWE has Orlando. If you notice, everybody goes to Orlando to get looked up.
Exactly. But that's the other thing, is like, so AEW is apparently so good for paying for all their guys and all their stuff, but why don't they have a doctor? Because, and that's the other thing, is people talk shit about WWE because WWE has wrestlers pay for their own health insurance, right? That's what they do.
Yeah.
But they also provide doctors. So
yeah, AEW doesn't have a doctor. I don't know what to tell you, bro. I don't know what you want from me. They don't have a doctor.
Oh no, I understand that, but I'm just like, there's some disconnect with what's really going on there, and I'm sure that that's part of the stuff that is part of the issue, is that Rey Fenix saying that I had to have these surgeries, and you guys don't want to help me out. And then, if it's like that somebody that owes you like $100 or $200, and he's your friend, you can't chase him down. You'd be like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? Chase you down to pay me, bro?
Yeah, it's like you don't forget to ask for money, but you forget to pay it back. Who does
Exactly, bro. So I think that's what this is, Adrian, because he's like, okay, I'm submitting my stuff that I need, but then I'm not hearing anything back.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what this issue is. And it's bad because if it has to do with injuries, I mean, for example, that wrestler, he was part of the Workhorsemen. He took indie booking, got hurt.
Oh, yes.
They broke his jaw, and he gets fired the next day.
Damn.
They eventually re-signed him after everything's, after he healed himself, but that's fucked up.
Yeah, it is. And it sucks, man. I'm obviously gonna be a fan of the Lucha Bros. Wherever they go, man. I mean, I just want to see the Lucha Bros fucking succeed in this, man. I mean, when is Phoenix contract up? In July, April? I think April, right?
So that's the thing is that we don't know. Nobody knows. Because his contract, I'm assuming, is supposed to be over with his brother. Assuming they signed at the same time. He had an injury that was 2 months long and an injury that was 7 to 9 months long that he was gone for. So, and that's the ones we know about. If there was another third one that we don't know about, then that's an extra time. So I'm saying at least a year.
Yeah. At least, damn.
Yeah, I'm saying at least a year. Could be 7 months, could be 8 months. I mean, and this other thing that I was discussing is that if you're Tony Khan, are you letting Ray Phoenix go? Be like, you waited your 9 months. You're free to talk about anything you want. Or would you do that route, or do you go to Ray Phoenix and say, hey, Ray, you want to leave? I'll let you leave. You just don't do anything for 30 days, and you sign NDAs to make sure that you don't say anything about what we did. I mean, which I think is what's going to happen.
Probably. I mean, we still don't know what happened. I mean, because this could be anything. This could be a racial issue. This could be literally anything. I know that's where some people are going right away. I don't know, man. I'm not there. I can't point out anything. Like I said, we don't have anything. We're just giving out cryptic messages. I'm not going to put my whole feelings in here. I'm not going to hate on somebody because it's cool to do it right now. Hey,
I hear you.
If it turns out that Tony Khan is a bad guy, then Tony Khan is a bad guy. He needs to get bashed, right? He needs to be. Sure. We need to bash him on here. But let's get more details out before we start pointing fingers at someone, which most likely we already know Tony Khan is someone that needs to be the finger pointed on, right?
But not in the way that most people would say. I think, like, it's not that you're at fault. It's like you have some level of disorganization under you that should be fixed. I think that's all we're saying. It's not like personal attack on Tony Khan. There's just some stuff that need to be fixed. That's all.
Yeah. And if he's not the person who should be looking out for these wrestlers, fire that person and get somebody who is actually going to be there for the wrestler.
Exactly. Because, I mean, he's got a lot of stuff. He's got Fulham. He's got the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's got a 200 person roster of AEW guys that apparently all want to be his point of contact. But they have some issues in AEW. I mean, they have like the issue with the Tate twins and showing up to TV or not showing up to TV. Same with Ryan Nemeth. That's what they're having that deal. The CM Punk situation deal with like nobody came to pick him up at the airport. There's no instructions on certain stuff. So there's a lot of level of disorganization there that Tony Khan needs to really take effect there. But what I think is what he should do is offer Ray Phoenix time to leave early in exchange for an NDA. You save yourself that black eye and you let him out for free essentially early, which is what the fans want, which is what he wants. Return, you get an NDA where nobody gets to know what really happened,
I actually don't want to. I don't want him to sign an NDA, bro. I actually do.
Oh, me neither. No, me neither, bro. But if I was him, I would sign one.
I don't want him Ray Phoenix to sign an NDA. Like I said, if Tony Khan is the evil man that people are portraying him to be, then fucking speak your truth, sis. Let it out. Say it with your chest. There's a lot of marks out here who want the truth and are just going off by emotion. Give us the truth, bro. I'm Ray Phoenix. I would wait it out. I mean, this would be the
same. If I was Ray Phoenix, I'd be like, nah, bro, fuck your NDA, bro. I'm gonna make money off of this fucking sell a book and make a movie. But if I was Tony Khan, I would do anything in my possible way. Be like, hey, I'll let you leave, but you got to sign this. Because I feel like with NDAs, I mean, shit. I mean, how many people talk about Brawl Out anymore? Not really that much.
Yeah, nobody.
Exactly, because there's NDAs. But if that story was out there, then we'd be talking about it all day, probably.
Yeah. Yep. We could.
Exactly. So that's what I think. But I'm sure we're going to get a lot more information pretty soon regarding all this, you know?
Yes. What a time to start doing cryptic messages that the weekend and the day of AEW Y'all End press conference. What a way that done. It was good. It was well executed. I'm not gonna lie. Was not expecting this.
No, I wasn't. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on, man. So who really knows? But let's see here. Triple H wasn't petty about Bobby Lashley leaving. Nah, he wasn't. Penta's gonna debut and this is the other thing about it, Adrian. If he shows up at the Royal Rumble, how many people are gonna? I mean, at the Royal Rumble, they'll know him because people that go to those events, they usually know. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. As we've seen before, and we've said before on the show, WWE fans don't really like to Google people. At the Rumble, yes, he's gonna get a huge pop. Everywhere else, I don't know. When Penta starts doing his Cero Miedo, is the crowd going to say what? Or are they going to say Miedo back? I have no idea. Are they going to say another Canadian Destroyer? Another Super Kick? Another Slingshot Blade? I mean, I don't know, man. I'm kind of fearful for Penta and Phoenix to go to WWE because we know how vocal WWE fans are about AEW talent. Yeah. So I'm a little afraid of that, but hey, I'm a fan of both of them no matter where they go, man.
Yep, exactly. So one thing that Penta did say is that he's gonna, wherever he shows up, he's gonna make sure that it is known of that he's gonna be the difference of all other Mexican wrestlers that came before him.
I just remember what I was gonna say. In that same interview with Lalo, Penta said that the next contract is signed. He wants to be the max contract, and he wants it to be his final contract as well. Because if you're looking at Penta, he has other businesses going on. He has his lucha school. He also has his restaurant. Has a jersey deal with Black Mass Designs. Lucha Republic of Lucha store down in Anaheim, California. This man is doing a lot outside of the wrestling ring. I wouldn't mind it if this is actually going to be the last contract Penta signed, so he can focus on other things after his career is over.
Exactly. He's got, and he's young too, so he's got a whole lot of stuff around. You know, it's good for him. All right, Adrian. Any other thoughts? Any other news?
Besides the 50 neckbeards that showed up at All In press conference,
we're good.
No, not really.
All right. Sounds good. Well, make sure you check us out everywhere on YouTube. We're trying to make a video a day. So get ready for another video tomorrow. But obviously, I'm Brian. That's Adrian. We are Triggered Wrestling. We'll be back Wednesday for our AEW Dynamite review. We'll see you then. Deuces everybody.